Okay, so board exams are just around the corner. And let's be real, the maths paper? That's the one that usually causes the most stress. But what if I told you that acing it isn't just about memorizing formulas? Nope. It's all about having a smart strategy. And in this explainer, we're going to break down that winning strategy step by step.
So let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? You studied for months, you know all the formulas by heart, you can solve the problems, but when you get your marks back, they just don't reflect all that hard work. It is so frustrating, right? And it's almost always because of tiny, avoidable mistakes. Well, today we're going to put a stop to that. Let's start right at the beginning, the second that exam paper is placed in front of you. You know those first 15 minutes of reading time? That's pure gold, seriously. They're not for just a quick peek. They are your one chance to map out your entire strategy for the next 3 hours. 15, just 15 minutes, that's it. But believe me, this short little window of time can set the entire tone for your exam. It's what separates a calm, confident performance from a total panicked scramble. So, how do we make every single second count? Okay, here's the game plan. First, you're going to read the entire paper. Don't skip a thing. As you're reading, spot those internal choice questions and decide, right then and there, which one you're doing. Lock it in. Then, you create a mental roadmap. Pinpoint the questions you feel 100% confident about. Those are the ones you hit first. This is such a powerful psychological trick. You're not just scoring easy marks up front, you're building unstoppable momentum and crushing any exam anxiety from the get-go. All right, now for the main event, actually writing the exam. This is where we make sure we squeeze out every single possible point. It's not just about getting the right answer at the end, it's about proving how you got there. This right here, this is the golden rule of any maths exam. You have to understand, the examiner is grading your process, not just the final number. Think about that for a second. Even if you make a silly calculation mistake at the very end, if you've shown all the right steps, you can still get most of the marks for that question. That's huge. So what does a perfect answer actually look like? Well, it always, and I mean always, follows this three-part structure. 1. You state the formula you're going to use. This tells the examiner, I know what tool is needed for this job. 2. You substitute the values correctly. This shows them, I know how to use the tool. And finally, number 3, you solve it, showing every single step. This is your proof. Never, ever skip any of these. Okay, let's talk about those easy marks, the ones that are just painful to lose. First, always write the correct full question number. Is it question 2 or is it question 2 part A? Be specific. And please do not mix the subparts of different questions. It just confuses the examiner. And finally, units. Seriously, don't let something as simple as forgetting to write CM or KMHR rob you of a mark you worked so hard for. Next up, the art of presentation. Now, you might be thinking, it's maths, not an art class. Who cares how it looks? Well, you should, because how you present your work makes a massive difference. Your job is to make the examiner's job as easy and pleasant as possible. It really is that simple. A clean, well-organized answer sheet just screams confidence. It makes your solutions easy to follow, and it subconsciously tells the examiner that you have an organized, clear-thinking mind. This isn't about having perfect handwriting, not at all. It's just about being clear. Look, everybody makes mistakes. It's going to happen. The key is how you deal with them. On the right, you see that chaotic scribble-scrabble mess. It looks panicked, and it's hard to read. But on the left, a single, neat line through the mistake. That's the way to do it. It keeps the page looking clean, and it clearly tells the examiner, oops, I saw my error and I've corrected it. So here are your presentation non-negotiables. Any diagrams for geometry, you have to use a pencil and a scale. No freehanding. And then label everything on that diagram clearly. And my favorite tip, once you get your final answer, do this one simple thing. Draw a neat box around it. It's like putting a giant spotlight on your awesome work for the examiner. They love that. Okay, we've planned our attack, we've written our answers like a pro, and now we are heading into the final stretch. This is all about managing that clock and making sure we don't let any of those last-minute silly mistakes sneak in and steal our marks. This right here, this is your ultimate goal. You should be aiming to have every single question answered with 15 minutes left on the clock. But that time isn't for leaning back and relaxing. Oh no, that is your dedicated revision time. Think of it as your final safety net to catch all those little but very costly, silly mistakes before the examiner does. So what are you doing in these final minutes? Here's your checklist.
First, be ruthless with your time. If you're stuck on a question, just move on. You can come back later. During your revision, hunt for sign errors, those pesky plus and minus signs. Double-check your calculations and make sure you copied the numbers from the question paper correctly. And maybe most importantly, never ever leave a required question blank. Just writing down the formula or the given information can get you partial marks, and those marks add up. I really want to leave you with this final thought. Your success in this exam has absolutely nothing to do with luck. It is a direct result of your preparation, your clarity, your method, and the smart strategy you walk in with. So trust yourself and trust the work you've put in.
So as you walk into that exam hall, I want you to think about this. Out of everything we've talked about today, what is the one strategy you are going to commit to using? Is it going to be your 15-minute plan? Boxing your final answers? Whatever you choose, own it. Now go on and show them what you've got. Good luck.